Hello and welcome back. So in the last episode, we learned the basics of Scratch and created a very simple program. It was pretty straightforward, right? But today we will take the time to make something a little more sophisticated and fun. Let's try making the characters respond to the inputs from the keyboard. So first, let's think of a scenario like a cat eating a donut. To create this scene into a program, look at the sprite list section. On the top right corner of the section, it says New Sprite. Click on the very first icon beside it. It's called Choose Sprite from Library. When the New Sprite Library window pops up, look towards the left-hand side and click on Thanks under the category All. When you see a donut, double-click on the icon. Now when you look at your stage, you will notice that the donut is overlapping the cat. This will always happen to any new sprite that you open because all the new sprites always appear in the middle of the stage. So let's move the cat to the left and the donut to the right. The computer program considers the cat and the donut as two separate objects. So we have to create two separate programs for each of the objects and see what happens when these two objects touch or collide each other. So let's create a story where the program makes the cat move forward when we press the right arrow key and move it backwards when you press the left arrow key. First, make sure that in the sprite list the cat is selected. It should have the blue border around the cat icon. Then go to the palette section and click on the function Events. Drag to when space key pressed block to the scripts area and set one of them as right arrow and other as left arrow. After that, go to the motions function and drag another two move 10 steps blocks to the script area and link each block one by one to the other two original blocks that are already inside the scripts area. Then change the number of steps on the block that is under the when left arrow is pressed block to -10 steps. Now try pressing on the left and right arrow keys and see how the cat moves. But we're not quite done with the story. We still have to create a program where the cat responds to the donut objects when they meet each other. So let's make a scenario in which the cat meows and the word munch, munch appears when the cat touches the donut. Go to the control function and drag the if-then block onto the scripts area. Then go to the function sensing and drag the touching block towards the if-then blocks on the scripts area. And try to insert the blue block into the hexagonal shape that is on the gold block. A rule of thumb is that you'll know that the block will fit into a slot or shape when a white border appears around the shape that you want to insert. Now click on the facing down arrow in between touching and the question mark and choose donut from the list. After that, drag the play sound meow block from the sound function and insert it in the if-then block. Then go to the looks function and drag the say hello for 2 seconds block directly underneath the play sound meow block. Change the phrase hello to much much. This is truly the best. First, check if the donut has been selected in the sprite list. Then go back to the control function and drag the if-then block and insert the touching block from the sensing function into the hexagonal slot again. This time, choose sprite 1 from the list. Now to fill in the if-then block, drag the say hello for 2 seconds block and change the phrase to please no 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 and the time to 3 seconds. To make as if the donut is disappearing in the same function, drag the hide block directly below the say hello for 2 seconds block. To make the donut disappear while the cat is eating, go to the control function, drag the wait 1 seconds block, and change the time to 5 seconds. Add the block in between the 2 purple blocks. But nothing happens when the cat touches the donut with just the if-then block. So go to the events function and link the when right arrow key pressed block on top of the if-then block. Remember, we are still programming the donut object. Now let's select the cat in the sprite list. In the scripts area, combine the when right arrow key pressed and move 10 steps block with the if-then block, like how you did in the donut script. All set. To restart the story, as in, to make the donut reappear after it disappears, go to the sprite list, right-click the donut and choose Show from the list.